Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys out there are having a great day. I know I'm having a really, really soft day. It's the best way to put it. I'm not going that hard in terms of um, the quantity of me just like killing it. I'm not. I gotta get my energy up a little bit because it's a little low energy. It's a little me just getting it done. Like, let's just do it. Because these next 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, are going to be exciting days. I'm going to see things, going to see people. So it'll be Monday will be the day I come back like, whoa, okay, focus. I do have to find out some things that I did not find out, which is like calls. And in terms of the beat making, I have to start doing some custom beats. I mixed and mastered some custom beats not pretty recently, just now, when and sent them out. So I have about 4 people that I'm waiting on their emails for, and then that would, it'd be great for my list, my email list. So that's pretty awesome. I just had one person tell me that they're like, nah, I'm just not interested. I produce my own beats. After they gave me their email and everything, he just like was like, no, I'm good. Come on, man. So that's annoying. That really doesn't necessarily piss me off. It's just like, come on. You know what I mean? It's just like, really? Seriously? But yeah, I'm feeling super super weird about March 1st. It's March 1st right now, guys. This is big. We officially entered March. And hopefully spring, you know what I mean? Hopefully springtime comes sooner than I hope. Or rather sooner than I think. I hope it comes really soon. I love spring. I used to love spring a lot around 2018 when I was like, must have been 13 years old, somewhere there, and I really used to love spring. And that smell that spring gives, it's like a spring smell. I don't know if you guys get that, but it kind of smells like a pool. It's weird. Maybe it's where I'm from, but there's like this weird feeling in the air with spring that you're coming out, you're doing your thing. You know what I mean? It's really odd, but I enjoy it. I really, really enjoy spring. And, this winter, now, I mean, spring doesn't technically start till the 21st. So this winter has been and hopefully continues to be not that bad. It hasn't been that bad. It's been a chill winter. Had a couple of snow days, had a couple of wild cold days and stuff. Like, it was insane. But hopefully, and me mentally, winter-wise, I'm pretty good. We're doing pretty good. I'm excited to see where I'm going to do next and where this takes me, really. Where this takes me. That's what I'm most excited for. I know I have a call set up for Monday, but I have to figure out my calls and then do custom beats. I think I'm just going to bring this I do it in a different room because I was like, switch up the environment, just change it up. And last time I did that was probably about a month ago. It's been a while. It's been at least a couple weeks since I switched rooms so it's weird. You change up your environment. I've done all these things before, all these variations of like Atomic Habits, or change your environment, make it easy, make it attractive, make it satisfying. I've done all different variations, so I just keep flipping it around and it all just goes. You know what I mean? The goal is the system. We've talked about this before. The goal is not just to get the money or just to get 1,000 people on email lists or 1,000 cold outreach. It's to make the system work, and to find a system that does work, and that takes a lot of resilience. You know what I mean? It's not something I take lightly at all. I really do think about it, and I think you guys can tell that I think about that a lot. But yeah, I hope you guys have been treating yourself great in these last 2 months. You guys know you have the proof of the last 2 months on YouTube. I have, and hopefully these next 2 days, I know they're going to be tricky, but I think tomorrow I can get at least 8 hours, which is good. The goal for today is about 10, like usual. Yesterday I hit almost 10. The day before that I hit pretty much 10, and like 9 hours and 50. You know what I mean? Pretty close. But I had to go do something and things came up. So today, yeah, that's today's goal, just to reach 10 hours would be really, really nice. And that would be meaning, I'd be ending at around 4:30, I think 4:35. That's kind of like where it ends. Yeah, it's really exciting. So I'm gonna go right now into making a custom beat. I'm gonna make a couple custom beats. I think I have 2. That's really it. I think I only have 2 that people sent. Maybe 1. I don't even know. I have to check. But I'm going to make the custom beats, do cold outreach, and I'll see you guys around the middle-ish of the day, Yeah, I'll see you there. Let's do it. I just finished. I'm not going to say everything that's hard for the day because I'm about halfway through the day. I think. Yeah, I'm about 6 hours in. Got like 4 hours left, trying to get a 10-hour day today. And yeah, I just finished the phone call. That went pretty well. Schedule a call next week. That's been happening a lot. I don't think that's a great sign, but we keep moving forward, right? We keep moving forward. And I was watching this movie while doing cold outreach called If Beale Street Could Talk. And it was a one and done. I started it, finished it that day. Good movie. And it really threw me off. That's the best way I could put it. It really threw me off, that movie. It made me really hurt. It made me kind of come back to earth a little bit and just sit there what the hell? How can this happen? It's a really depressing movie, I'll tell you that. It is a pretty depressing movie. And in other news, the things that I have to do after this, I have to do Instagram Reels, which I think I'm going to do right after this, just so I have editing and all that. I could just save that for around, I'm going to say 2 hours. In 2 hours, I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start editing and getting everything chopped up and ready so that we can film the podcast and end this off. And I really do feel oddly sentimental today. I'm getting that weird feeling that I got in the early days. I think it's because the last few days I've been going 10 hours that I'm getting this really twisty type of feeling in my stomach where it feels like I feel like I'm a kid in school again. I just want to go home, you know what I mean? And I don't think it's affected me too much. Definitely not in terms of my decisions. The remessaging people is getting really tough because some of these people I haven't remessaged since January 22nd. January 22nd. Right, you didn't hear that wrong. January 20. That's crazy, man. That is a long time ago. I also apparently reached 5,000 accounts have reached my Instagram in the last 30 days. So I got to put my YouTube in the link in my bio. I got to put the YouTube. I have my store right now in the link in my bio, my Shopify store, but I don't quite have the YouTube. And I'm glad to be of service when I am for people like the guy I was on the phone with right now. I really am glad to be of service. I'm not really super impatient right now, which is probably the most shocking thing as we move forward past February, past a lot of the different ideologies and thoughts that I had before, moving forward into this new, not really new version of myself, but rather this new phase. It feels like a new phase. As I move forward into it, I kind of, shockingly, have become far more patient. And it doesn't mean that I still don't have an ego for the money. You know what I mean? The fact that I haven't really got my first sale, the fact that it's of course, my ego is getting my emotional attachment is breaking, but it doesn't affect my decisions. You know what I mean? And really, when has it? That's the best way to put it. When has it affected my decisions? In the last 60 days, it hasn't really. So, not really going to start now. Let it start affecting my decisions now. You know what I mean? In terms of what I want to do, in terms of what I currently am doing, I'm more than enjoying it. It's a deeper level of that. I feel like I'm getting ripped apart sometimes. From the inside, just getting ripped apart. And I want to just go back to that old life and just chill and do nothing. And then I remember what that feeling feels like. And I take it all back. In that 1 second, I think, man, I wish I can go back to that. And I think about the pain of laziness, the pain of being someone who doesn't take action. It's not worth it. At least for me, it's not worth it. The pain of laziness is far too strong. It doesn't even become a question anymore. When I woke up, I had this dream this morning about Christina Aguilera at a wedding. And I was dancing with Christina Aguilera. This is real. I'm dancing with Christina Aguilera in my dream. And as I open my eyes and realize that the dream is fake. You know what I mean? I don't even know why Christina Aguilera. I don't even know. It was just a blonde woman. And I just kept calling her Christina Aguilera. So it's really funny now thinking about it. And as I was waking up, me realizing that it was fake and I have to go work made my stomach just drop. But I just got to work. It's at 6:33. So I got dressed, did everything I had to do. Pulled out my first message, 6:35, and I was still in my room. So I ran downstairs. I did everything I had to do, got my cup of water. And then I drink before I go. I drink like 2 cups of water. Got my slides on, and we just started. You know what I mean? Just like that. But there was that pain that I was talking about that was really bothering me. It was really just sitting in my gut, not letting go. And I'm like, dude, just let go, please. Like, it's fine. You know what I mean? It's fine. We're just going to go to work. And there was that argument that used to happen in my head. That used to happen a lot more on day 1 and day 2. Whereas now, I woke up and did it. And it's not because I have this insane discipline now. It's because it was actually my subconscious now. To wake up and put on my shoes and do everything I have to do. I'm going to be honest. One day not doing that throws me off. I wouldn't say completely throws me off, but throws me off a little bit. Where I'm like, damn, where am I? What exactly am I doing? You know, I think that's how Sunday's going to be a little bit like that. Just a little bit. And let alone Saturday. Tomorrow's going to be a little tricky. But tomorrow, like I said, I could pull out 8 hours, so I'm not really too worried about it. All right, I'm going to go right now. I think I'm just going to go finish off cold outreach for the day. And, yeah, I'll be back to you guys all the way at the end of the day once I'm done filming my podcast and everything. All right, let's do it. I finished everything I have to do for the rest of the day, and I miss saying that. I miss feeling that. I haven't said that in a couple of days. I miss having that feeling of like, oh, I finished everything. And I did. I finished everything I have to do, and I'm happy with myself. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I actually put my money where my mouth is and actually got down to the brass tacks of it and pulled it off. I do want to say something because yesterday me and my sister, we were hanging out. And this is more for future me. I think you guys might get value out of this too. But yesterday, February 29th, 2024, me and my sister were hanging out at, she wanted to go drive around. And my mom and brother were out of the house. They were doing what they were doing. And it was just me and my sister. So we drove around. And I was like, all right, yeah, we haven't really drove around ever before. So we drove around and we went to our old house that we used to live in. And we only been moved out like about a year now. Almost 6-7 months-ish. No, it's more like, 8-9 months. Man, which I think is even cooler because it felt like forever. You know, because the moving out process took like a month for us. We didn't have a moving truck. So it took like a good while. You know, it took about a month. And so it felt like we moved out. It was so much longer ago than it actually was. And we walked around the house. Walked around our block that we used to walk around. It was very suburban, you know. It was very different than I remember, which is weird. It was a little smaller than I remember. And we saw the house. And when we looked at the house, I felt like I wanted to go run up and go inside. But instead, I just passed by it like it was a normal house, like it was just any other house on a street. That really, really threw me off. I'll admit it. It really threw me off. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, this is painful. This is not just painful. This is oddly like a content feeling, because my basketball hoop wasn't there, and all these memories started flooding back to me. I never moved before. This is the place I grew up in. This is the place I discovered my first crush in that bathroom. But it's true. I discovered my first crush in that bathroom. I discovered I learned how to skateboard on that sidewalk. I got over my fear and just hopped on the board and went down that hill. And it was scary, but I made it without a scratch. I walked my sister to her dance class. And she was a baby. It's wild, man. It really, really is wild. So March 1st being something that's bigger now, you know what I mean? That being said, it's like March 1st, right? It's something that's bigger than what I thought it was. Because it was kind of like spending those last few hours of February hanging out. We got some candy, and we went to a movie theater. And we went to the movie theater parking lot. And there's so we got some candy from a store, drove to that movie theater, chilled, made some jokes, had some laughs, went home, watched Curb Your Enthusiasm, great show. And we enjoyed ourselves. I worked out. We enjoyed ourselves. I feel like that was the message kind of for February, ending off February. It's like ending it off with a bit of a softer day, you know what I mean? Not just so much has happened in February. There's ebbs and flows and things everywhere, you know what I mean? That I couldn't quite feel like I got a grasp. And then I just did. I just had a grasp of everything I've done and everything I'm going to do. And what I did just now, I was in cold outreach. I edited. I did a lot, I even think I made a beat, or I mixed and mastered a beat, but This feels great. This feels great, and I'm so happy to have recorded this. I'm recorded a lot of these things to make sure I know what date these things actually happened on, and moving forward, tomorrow's gonna be a tricky day. I know it tomorrow because I'm gonna be staying up later than I usually do. It's gonna be one of those days that I still get work done while doing that. And Sunday, I'm going to inevitably get less work done. Just inevitably. So that'll be a bit of a bitch. It's a lot of things, a lot of factors that I'm not considering already that I'm like, oh, God, I have to think about that, right, and consider for that, and that, and that, and that. And I'm like, oh. But I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that these last few days, at least, I've got so much done that I'm impressed. I'm like, I've got almost almost 5 hours done. Think about that. I definitely got 5 hours. I don't know the exact math, but I got almost 5 hours, somewhere around there. And I'm happy I did, man. I really am happy I did. So on that note, and when I say I got 5 hours done, I'm saying that I didn't explain that at all. I got 5 hours that were extra after the 8. So 8 hours is my threshold. Then I did an hour and a half one day, an hour and a half another day, and an hour and a half. Whatever that equals to. That's what I did. Anyway, I'm going to end the YouTube video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you did, consider watching another one because I come out with these every day. So see you guys tomorrow. Peace.